Hello, Parker. We are ready for lesson number 2. Your mom gave me some really good feedback for this from the last video, so it was really helpful. And I definitely remember what she said. Hopefully I continue to work to implement it because it was great advice. And that will hopefully help you to get more familiar with how we do it this way and not just sit and listen, but actually practice during the lesson itself, okay? We're going to go ahead and start today with lesson book. And what we're going to continue working on is our Alouetta that we began last week, right? Now, of course, I don't know where you're to in this piece. You may have it fully ready, set to go, all is well, you're good. But I don't know that, so we're going to do a little bit of practicing for it. And what we're going to do is divide it up into 3 sections. Our first section is going to be this line, the first line, and we'll end with this first measure of the second line. Our second section will be the next 2 measures, and they will end with the first 2 measures on the third line. And our third section is this last measure to the end, which, of course, as you know, is already the same as the beginning. So really, in a sense, we only need to practice 2 sections because we've already got this down, okay? So if we need to practice it more, we're dividing it up like that. We're following our dynamics. We're smooth when we're supposed to be smooth with our slurs and so forth. Okay, so if I were to sit down and it was a brand new piece to me, the first thing I would have you do before listening to me play it is I would want you to try sight reading it, okay? So again, you've already worked on this one, so we're not going to do that this time, but that is the first method, first approach I want you to take when you begin a new song with me in our online lessons. Since we've already done that, we're going to just take that first section we talked about now. We're going to review the right hand, and after I play the right hand, then I want you to pause the video, and then you play the right hand. Play it a couple of times, unless you've already got this song perfect, because this is your practice time as well as your lesson time. All right, so we're up in the key of C, and I guess I don't need the pedal, so I'll even move my foot there. All right, so not too fast, though you can get faster during the week if you would like to. Here we go. So our beat is going to be about 1, 2, 3, and 2. Rest. Now soft. Off, right? That's the first section. So if you need to, pause and play over that and then come back. All right. Here we are again. Now we're on to the left hand. Again, you probably already have this, but let's go through it one time with me, and then you pause and practice it. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a major second, a third. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? All right, if needed, pause and practice that. Okay, we're back again. We're going to do that first section, and we're going to do both hands together and with the dynamics. All right, here we go. 1, 2, ready, and. Okay, if you don't have it already, practice that now until you're feeling a little more comfortable. Later during the week, you won't really need the video so much. You'll know what you're going to be working on. Okay, we're moving on to section 2. You're a good sight reader. You'll probably already have this down perfectly. We start with our 5th finger in the left hand on C. We work our way up, and then 5th finger in the right hand and work our way down. Make sure you're playing the best you can, even with a keyboard. That's a little harder, right? But press your fingers at different strengths, even if the keyboard doesn't sound differently, just so that you get the feeling of quiet to loud. All right? So we're starting out quiet. Okay. Will you pause and practice that section if you need to? Okay, when you get back, of course you already know this ending, so you can play through it a couple of times on its own just to make sure you're feeling comfortable. And now it's time to go back and play the whole song from beginning to end, okay? All right, here we go. You're going to do it on your own, and then you're going to listen to me play it, and then play it again on your own and see how close you were. All right? Okay, we're back, and it's me now. Here we go. Ready, and... Okay, there's the full piece. Now, you're welcome to try it faster if you would like to, if you need a bit of a challenge. Just make sure you keep it all at a steady pace. So if it's fast, let's not do something like this. Right? I'll even. That way that keeps all a nice tempo that we want. Okay, now the fun begins. We are going to go to our technique book, and as I kind of mentioned last week, we are going to make a combination with our Alouetta song in lesson book, and now this page 3 in technique book. So it's Hello, Hello, Gentle Alouetta, and Busy, Busy, Busy Bird, okay? They combine really nicely with this song. In fact, this lower one already is a part that we've had within Alouetta, as are some of these other measures within the Gentle Alouetta one. Okay, so let's just notice a few things. We're starting out loud, and then we're going soft, loud, soft. We also want to make sure that when we're going from the right hand to the left hand, that we do observe these rests in between, and we don't just hold down the left hand while the right hand is playing, okay? And the next thing is, you're going to practice this 2 ways. Once at the beginning, you're going to practice it just as if this were a separate song. We'll do that a lot before we add it to Alouetta. So while we're doing it that way, we're going to observe what it says here, which is that when we take the repeat, we go up to the second time we play it an octave higher, okay? All right, so you're going to put the music up on the stand now, and the first thing you're going to do is pause this, and you are going to try playing that first line a time or two by yourself. Just sight read it and then come back. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and play it for you. I'm not going to play it super fast, just about the same speed we played the original Alouetta, okay? Listen for those rests. See if you can hear me coming off when I shouldn't be playing. Then I would move. Oops, soft. And so forth, right, to finish the piece. Okay, here's another thing I want you to try, Parker. Because we're going that octave higher, we want to make sure our hands get there easily and every time without kind of sliding around to make sure they aim and get there. So we're going to practice without playing any keys. We're just going to go back to the regular C position, and we're going to move up to that higher C position. Back down, move up. Can you do this along with me? Down, move up. Okay, now we're going to do it this way. We're going to come back down, and we're going to go up as fast as we can. Okay, now come back down. Go up as fast as you can. Oops, mine didn't quite. They were almost there, but just a little off. Down, up as fast as you can. Try that a couple more times. Of course, you can always pause this and try it a few times on your own. Then the last thing that we are going to do with it is we're going to look at our music and move our hands without watching our hands and see if they get there, okay? You might have to glance down tiny, but don't really look down, look down. Okay, that's where we want to get to, is so that they can do that. as we play. All right, that's going to help you in this song as well as in D, because both of them on the second time through repeat. All right, for D going on, now you can do this exercise a different day. And so at this point, if you want, you can fast forward through the lesson for a little bit and go to the next thing, or probably the best thing is to just at least get a little bit of an idea for it right now, kind of hear it through, but you can do the majority of your practicing on it a different day, okay? All right, we're in the regular C position. Well, might as well bring the book up. We'll point out a few things. That always helps, I think. Okay, we're soft, we get loud, loud, we get soft. Lots of variation, growing and getting softer. All the way through the piece we have that. We also have a little fermata at the end, or a pause, which means we hold it a little longer. It's written as a half note. We're going to hold it out probably an extra 1 to 2 counts. We will take the repeat, as we already mentioned. And it starts out soft, and then that's the only one they give us because obviously we're growing with our crescendos and our decrescendos, okay? All right, you put it up on the keyboard, and you're going to try sight reading through that first line without me. Then when you've done that, come back. Okay, all right, now I'm going to play it and see if how you did it sounds the same. I'm sure it will. And I won't go too fast, but I will be using those dynamics, okay? All right, I'm going to play just the first line, starting soft. Okay, you recognize that? It does sound very similar to the Alouetta song, right? Okay, now the second line, you can try sight reading through that as well. All it's doing is going in contrary motion. So we start on our thumbs and we work our way out. Then we start on our 5th fingers and work our way back, and so forth, okay? So sight read it and then try playing it, or listening to me and then play it again. Here we go. And we pause there, and then we move, right? Oops, I forgot to move. I did. Never mind. Sorry. Because it sounded like the original key of C, my brain went fuzzy there. And the second line, of course, you'd continue with. Okay? All right. Now let's talk about the fun. This is what we get to do. This was the thing to look forward to, especially because you're so creative with doing your music. All right. Now we're going to put both books up on the keyboard. We're going to put Alouetta on the left, and we're going to open up. I just folded this over so that it kind of would sit right there like that for me. And we're going to go back and forth between these 2 pieces, or 3 pieces technically. We can do it a number of ways. And in fact, I would really love for you to experiment and do it in several ways. See what you can come up with. I'm going to give you 2 ideas, and then I'll play it one of those ways, okay? This will be probably later in the week when you're feeling really comfortable with all of it, right? You don't need to do this immediately. So if I were to sit down and I thought, okay, let me see, what would I like to do? What would sound good? This is what I'd try first. I'm going to kind of sing it along while I point. It would be something like this. Oh, it's losing my hand. Here we go. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Then I might choose to do this. I could come over here instead. Leave this part out. Da 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 da. Now I could complete this line if I wanted to right now too. Da 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 da, and so forth, right? I could go ahead and put that one in, and if I did so, then here's probably what I would do. I'd come right over to here. Bum 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 ba da 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 da. Then I'd come up here. Da 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 da. And then you can finish that out, or you could come right back to here. Da 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 da, right to the end, and go all the way to the end. So there is an option. Obviously, another option would be to play that first part, which ends with this again, da 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 da, and go to this one first. Da 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 da. You could even come here next. Da 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 da. How about here? Da 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 da. And that could just end. That one almost sounds like it just kind of ends the piece, right? Because it's a nice ending. But you could also come over to here again. Da 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 da. Lots of opportunity for variety. You can play it many different ways during this week. So have fun doing so. Okay, I'm going to go ahead now and play it probably one of those ways I just said, but who knows, because maybe I don't remember exactly what I said. I've tried it many different ways myself. But here it goes. See what you think. Chose to make that my ending. Okay? All right. Try many things in there. Who knows, if you want, you could even sneak in your own little made-up tune in the middle of it in addition. That could be a lot of fun as well. All right. So that takes care of, that's our work for technique then, is this whole page, and lesson book is Alouette, and then you'll combine them. Okay? All right. Now let's take a little bit of a break and go on to our 5-finger positions. Okay, hopefully you've gone over those as well. They're pretty easy. We're just, we assigned last time, I believe, C and G, if that's, I think that's correct, which was number 1 and number 2, right? Now, as you already know, C has no sharps and no flats. Now, G, we go on to it because it is now adding 1 sharp. And I probably talked about this a little bit last week. I'm going to again, because it takes a while for us to catch on and start memorizing these ideas. So if I were playing the key of C, there we are, and the note we're next going to is that 5th note, which is G. So we move up to the G position. Now, as I mentioned, hopefully I did last week, the key of G does have 1 sharp. It's just that we don't see it within our 5-finger position. We would only see it if we continue to play the remainder of the G. Do you see how I'm going up here to the sharp? So there is an F sharp in the key of G. We just don't have it in 5-finger position. All right, so this week we're going on to the 5th of G, which is D. Now D still has that F sharp, because once you have an F sharp and you go to a new key, you're always going to have the F sharp. Because what happens is that when we add another sharp and another sharp, we're not ever changing them up to be like totally random and different sharps. They simply add on to each other, and I'll show you something that explains that in just a moment. So the key of D has 2 sharps. The only one we see in our 5-finger position is the F sharp. But if I were to play the whole key of D, we would see both the F sharp and the C sharp. So here is that, just so you can see it. So that means wherever I would be playing in the key of D on the keyboard, no matter what, F and C sharp are always going to be being played. Right? So F sharp and C sharp. Again, just remember what we did was we went from the 5th of C, which is G, and then we played, that's what told us to play the G key. Now we're going to go to the 5th of G, which is D. We do that, well, let me come to that in a minute. Let's go now and play our 5-finger positions, okay? All right, so our goal is going to be able to play straight from C, take the repeat, go straight into G, take the repeat, and then it's on this next page that you'll find D. Again, look for the numbers. D is here up at the top, and we'll go straight into D. So the very first thing you're going to do, though, is just practice them individually till you're very comfortable, right? And these are quick and easy to learn, not hard at all to do, really easy pattern. Do take the repeat on it. So if you have already got these well, then you can just go right along with me at this point. But if you need to practice them, I want you to pause and read through C major, just that first one, and then come back. All right, now I'm going to play C major right now. I'm not going to take the repeat, though. I do want you to at home. So at the beginning, we would just play nice and slow. About this tempo is great. Okay, so we just finished C. You've already practiced G, so now we're going to move up to G. Now I want you to move up, get that page 2 out that has a number 3 by it, find that D position, and very slowly we're going to both take it together. Okay, play along with me. Ready, play. Okay, go ahead and pause the video and play through D several times. Okay, now that you're back and you now know C and G and D, the goal for the week with these, and so you can practice it little at a time each week, the goal for the week is to transition between each key without stopping. So it's as if, again, as if it's one full song or one complete exercise. We'll just go between C, G, and D. So just like we've done with our other pieces, a great way to practice that from the beginning is to just move between C and G, C and G, C and G. Go ahead and do that several times and then come back. Okay, now let's go between G and D. Don't forget that sharp. G and D, G and D. Practice that and come back. All right, now I'm going to have you listen to me play it without any pause between transitions, and then I want you to pause and do it several times. This is a great piece to, as you're practicing throughout the week, to warm up with every day before you begin your other work on the piano. So here we go. I'm going to do without the repeat, but you take the repeat. So there we go. That's the way it will sound. You'll just do it with the repeats. Now let me very briefly show you what we call the circle of fifths, okay? We have now worked on the key of C, the key of G, and the key of D. This circle of fifths is just going through all of the notes on the piano. It makes sure we hit every single one, and it shows us the accompanying sharps or flats that each key have, which is what we call a key signature. So of course, and it's like a clock. There's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? So C is up at the, well, there's 12, so it's a little bit off, isn't it? Or am I totally spacing off? I should have started 1 right there. That's what I meant to do, but if we would have thought of it like a clock. But anyway, C is up here at the 12 o'clock position. Okay. All right, so C has no sharps and no flats. Then when we move to a fifth above C, right? Our thumb is on C, and then a fifth above, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes above is G. When we move up to G, we get, and this is really tiny, I know, we get an F sharp. Then when we move a fifth above G, G, A, B, C, and D, then we go to that D, right? And now D, E, F sharp, G, A. And when we do so, as we already mentioned in the actual key signature, D has 2 sharps. So every time we're adding an extra sharp. So A has 3 sharps, E has 4 sharps, B has 5 sharps. This one has 2 right here. We won't worry about talking about that yet. Okay, then it goes into our keys with flats, which we also are not going to talk about. Here's the cool thing. Sharps and flats have an order, and they always follow that order. If you only have 1 sharp in a piece, let me find a way to cover those up. If you only have 1 sharp in a piece, it will always be F sharp, and you will always be in the key of G. If you have 2 sharps in a key, you will always have F and C, and you'll be in the key of D. If you have 3 sharps, it will always be F, C, and G. It won't be any of these other ones. They will always follow this order. If you have 4, it will always be F, C, G, and D, and so forth, okay? Flats, it also goes in an order, and we'll talk about that, like I said, later. But this is a beginning thing of seeing circle of fifths, and this is the order we are learning those 5 finger positions in. We're going to go just one at a time around it, just like that on our circle of fifths, okay? All right, last thing we're working on. Okay, now I don't know where you're to in your fiesta, so I'm assuming that you might need a little bit more time to complete it this week. Maybe you're already done. Just in case you're not finished, feel free to take more time and get it really good. We are going to do a little bit of work on the next page 4 and 5, Toy Maker's Dance as well. But by the way, this is recital book, excuse me. So recital book, Fiesta, page 2 and 3, okay? As we sit down today, let's just again point out a couple of things hopefully you're getting comfortable with. If you don't have your pedal, I don't remember if you do on your keyboard or not, try and get used to putting your foot down while this pedal marking is being used so that it can practice doing so. And your heel again stays on the floor. We just tap gently and we lift, tap gently, lift, heel never comes off the floor. And I'm not playing with the tips of my toes, I'm playing like right underneath my toes, so I have a little more stability on the pedal, okay? All right, so I'm gonna play that pedal and I'm gonna hold this C. This is a little bit of a practice I do want you to do with me. We're gonna just hold C for 3 counts and then lift the pedal. We're gonna just do that over and over a couple of times. You watch me do it once and then follow and do it with me, okay? So I'm getting my 2nd finger on that C where it's listed. Here we go, we're going to play the pedal, 2, 3, lift. Again, and 2, 3, lift. And again, 1, 2, 3, lift. So it comes off on count 1 of the next measure. It doesn't come off on count 3 of that measure we were playing in. We have to hold it for the full 3 counts and then it lifts right off. 1, 2, 3, off. Okay, so you can practice that again, whether or not you have a pedal, you still can practice that with each of those individual notes that have the pedal markings in them in this song. Okay, all right, and hopefully as you've been practicing this during the week too, even if you can only do it with lightness of finger or firmness of finger, still make sure we're working to have louds and decrescendo into softs and so forth like that. You'll remember the way the format of the song goes. Let's go over it one more time. We play this line and we come over here and we take the repeat right here, which is on the first ending. We play again. Now we don't take that first ending because it was exactly that, a first ending. We now have to go up to the second ending and we play along and we go through this repeat sign, and when we hit this one, we come back to the repeat sign, right? We come through here. Now we don't take that first ending. We have to go to the second ending. And then we play to the end of the song, right? Okay. All right. So if you are feeling comfortable and you've got this song down, then all is well. You don't need this little bit of practice I'm going to give you, but I'm going to give you a couple minutes worth of practice. I'm going to do just the first line and a half, okay? And I'm going to start with just my left hand. I'm going to play it. And then I want you to pause the video and I want you to play it along. Okay, so my pedal's getting ready to go down. My 2nd finger's on C. And I play it. Here we go. Down, 2, 3, off. What I'm referring to with the down is the pedal off. Now soft 2, 3, off. Down, 2, 3, off. Okay? All right, now I want you to try that several times because working on that pedal motion is really important business. Okay? All right, so pause it. Try that several times. Okay, now you can come back, and you've probably already got the right hand with it here, so you're probably good to go. But let's go ahead and start with the right hand now. I'm going to play both hands together, and then you're going to pause it and play both hands together as many times as you need to get comfortable. Here we go. And 1, 2, oops, I was just playing the left hand again. Here we go. 1, off. Off. Soft. Off. Off. Okay? All right. Now you've listened to me. You can even rewind it if you want and listen again while watching the music. That's important, and I forgot to say that at the beginning of our lesson, darn it. Whenever I put my music back up on the stand and you're listening to what I'm doing after you've had a moment to sight read, while you're listening to me, watch not my hands necessarily on the keyboard. You could do that once and then rewind it, but rewind it if that's what you're going to do so that you could also watch your music while you're listening to me play. That helps you follow along with your mind in a different kind of way that's really good, okay? All right, now you would go on to the second section, which is the part on the second half of the second line through the end of the third line, just that area during the repeats, right? And you're going to go ahead and play that through. Now, I'm assuming that you have got this down, like I already said, so I'm just going to take it very slowly one time, both hands together, especially because we're running out of time here. So you take it as many times as you need to, hands separately before putting it together. But again, this is what it will sound like. And there's no pedal here. Okay, and then you take the repeat and go on to the second ending. And the next section, section 3, is just like the beginning. So we already know that. We know the top of page 3, right? We already know this all the way down to here, okay? And this is very similar to what we've done. It's just that it's adding a third up on top, and then our notes are a little bit different. It has the same kind of a sound slightly to it. So that's our section 4. Let's go to it. Sight read through it if you haven't got to that part in your learning yet, and then listen to me play. I'm going to go ahead and play both hands together again, and okay, and you'll take that repeat. Let me point something out. On this measure here and this measure here, notice that we don't have any staccatos. We do have to lift our fingers, of course, because we're repeating the same notes over. But let's see if we can make a difference between this sound and these same repeated notes where these do have staccatos. Likewise here, and then these staccatos there, okay? All right, you know what this part does, and so let's just go to this very ending and remind ourselves that we go an octave lower here in the left hand, and we've got nice, strong, steady accents there. So I'm just going to play that last line now, and then you're going to pause the video and work on if you're still working on this song, here's the deal. If you got a lot of it, but you don't have all of it quite yet, you stop the video and go work on those areas that you feel like you need some help on and work on. And then you can come back to the video, okay? All right, I'm playing the last line. Okay? All right, finish up that song then for the week. That's your first assignment in recital. Now, if you're totally ready, you go ahead and go on to this Toy Maker's Dance. If you need the rest of the week to finish up, what's it called? Fiesta, that's fine too. But I'm going to show you a little bit of things here before we end our video. All right, just notice again what's loud, what's soft, We got both hands going an octave higher right here. So this is the key of C, C position. So you've already practiced moving between the regular octave area for C position and up to the upper octave, right? So that's going to help you here, which will be great. The parts that we're going to focus on this week are these two lines and these two lines, okay? Because they're very similar. If you have time and want to go on, feel free. This is that rhythm that we were using in Alouetta. Different sounds, but it's the same rhythm. Bum, 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 bum. All right, so if you want to tackle that, go for it. If we're not ready to, let's just get these parts. All right, so this is just a repeat of the first line. So y'all will know that. And now here, we are just going to do what we did in the right hand, but we're going to do it in the left hand now to end us. And we're going an octave lower. So now we're going to practice having our left hand move from C position down to C position, going down. So you can do that without me. You can pause it and practice it, or just make sure you get feeling really comfortable. Now the right hand is also going to move up at the very end, but it's not moving up to the C position, it's moving up to the G position as listed here. So we're in C, we're going to go all the way up to this G because it's an octave higher G. It's not this G that was right next door because it's an octave higher because of the 8VA it says. So we're going from here all the way up to G. So practice that as well, okay, till you get to where you can move. All right, let's see here. I'm going to do this first. I'm going to do the first line, just the right hand, then you pause. Well, let me back up. You try sight reading it first, that right hand by itself. Then come back and listen to me play it, and then pause it again and practice it a couple of times. All right. Okay, now it's my turn. Okay, there's the first line. Now you have hopefully gone ahead and sight read the left hand too. Super duper easy. We're just moving between fifths. C and G, that's a fifth, right? And a fourth, which just means they're just 4 notes apart. And as we've got a second in there as well, and a third, okay? And then of course here's the tempo. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. 2, 3, 4. Rest. 2, 3, 4. Off. Okay? All right. So you take some time, you practice those and get that line comfortably hands together at the speed that's most comfortable for you. Then come back. All right, now I'm just going to play that first line and the second line together so you can listen and then you can pause and practice. Here it goes. Loud, and then the second line is soft. To finish off our lesson, let me just come over here to these last 2 lines, okay? I'm going to we've already learned that, so I'm just going to play it right as is, and then I will play the left hand by itself here, and I'll play the right hand by itself here, and then I'll play them together, and then you go ahead and practice that a bunch on your own as well. Okay, so second to last line, just the same. So that's how that last line goes. And that once you get to this part, the second to last measure, it's all loud. Okay, so try that a couple times. All right, our right hand, as I mentioned, was in C, right? And during all these rests here, you're going to prepare by moving your right hand up to this G position. Don't wait till the last minute. Get there quickly so you're set. Okay, so I've moved my right hand all the way up to that G position. And all I'm hitting, it's a fourth, it's a G up to a C. So I'm just doing 2 staccato Gs and an accented C, and that's it. Okay, now let me play that last line by itself. And they come right off because they only get a quarter note, and then it's right to rests. Okay, so practice that line a bunch too. And then you'll have, like I say, you'll have the good chunk of the piece learned. Go on if you're able and wanting to, or you can wait till next week to cover page 5. Okay, have a great week, Parker, and good luck in your practicing. I'm going to send a text message that has your outline. It will have a picture of your actual lesson so you can see what you're supposed to be studying each time. I'll email it to your mom as well in case you want to print it, because that way you can have it next to your books each time, and so you can see also your lesson that way. Thank you.